The xQc has signed a non-exclusive contract with Kick.com, a competitor to Twitch, for $100 million.
70 million base, 30 million incentives.
Yeah, that was what I saw too. And then he later, there's been like info trickling out about it. A lot of, he didn't say what percentage, but he does, some of that was in equity of Kick. So he is a part owner or something. Like it's kind of all over the place. I
just thought it was 70 million. It's not.
No, I don't think it was an all cash deal. I think that there was part of that was equity and Kick as well. So monopoly money in essence. But it's been an interesting thing to watch all that happen, because not even like 48 hours after announcing and streaming on Kick, he decided that he was going to stream The Dark Knight. You know, the Batman movie. And Kick was like, yeah, you probably shouldn't do that because you're going to get DMCA'd. But they did it in a way where they didn't take the stream down. So it kind of like combats the idea of DMCA safe harbor law. And so a Kick
admin went into his channel and pinned a message at the top of his chat saying to turn it off because it's a DMCA risk.
Yeah. And then like right after that, another Kick partner, Aiden Ross, streamed Prison Break, the Fox/Hulu show. And xQc was like, well, how come he's not getting that? Because that's like copyright. And it's just like what the fuck are what the fuck is going on?
God, dude, it's like, hey, here's more money than anyone normally will ever see in their entire life. And he's like, thanks, Kick in the balls. Like, oh, why'd you do that? Why'd you do Kick? You kick in the balls.
Yeah. And I haven't fully dove in because I've been literally streaming for 20 days. So I haven't like seen all of the things about it, but it's just been a mess, I think.
So first of all, to talk about the deal, like that deal is insane.
Yeah, it's a landmark deal. I mean, in entertainment, not just streaming.
Exactly. I mean, it's literally like what was it? I think that Ludwig, big YouTuber, tweeted out like the one of the largest NBA players has a $97 million contract. Yeah. And it's like xQc has actually eclipsed that. But I will say it's been interesting seeing how it is like from his perspective, because you can tell that the Dark Knight thing's a perfect example. He doesn't take it seriously at all. Not that he ever has. I think that's kind of his thing. But like, it's very weird to hear him be like, yeah, I have all of this faith in the platform and I want to be a part of it and I want to see it grow. So I'm going to do something I know is the wrong thing to do on like my second or third day on the platform, just to see what happens. I'm just going to poke that bear.
Yeah.
Like on day 2.
Well, that's
like, what are you like? How can anyone take you seriously at that point? That, you know, you're invested in this when you're instantly doing clown decisions like on this. It's wild. It's wild.
And that was a big deal that he told his community was like, guys, we could do things here that we can't do on Twitch. Like watch, you know, things like that. And we can watch other content. But yeah, it's sorry, Zeke. What were you going to say?
That's like the Aiden thing when he streamed porn, I guess.
Yes.
Just literally straight up streamed pornography on his channel in front of a bunch of, you know, younger viewers. Just
his audience.
The whole thing is just, it's a clown show, man. It's a clown show.
Yeah.
No, I like, to a much smaller degree, I have that little, like, whenever I get a sponsor stream for something that's like, I did something last week, a game that was like super wholesome, like really, like could have been easily on the Wholesome Direct. And I was streaming it and it was fine, but it was like, they know who they're hiring, right? It's the same thing with xQc. It's like, they got to know who they're hiring, and like, they got to expect what they're known for, right? Like, you know, like they know I'm going to swear on accident probably, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. The idea behind signing xQc is to bring over the audience to another platform, right? And that's why it was non-exclusively, at least that's how they said, was he's still going to stream on Twitch and bring his audience. Yeah.
The best way to think of these contracts they are leech contracts. That's what they are. They're leech contracts.
Yeah.
Because and it's the first time we've seen those. And the reason I say that is just like a leech, they basically like they're a separate entity, and they take their streamers and they literally, as part of their contract, say start on Twitch, get all of your Twitch people watching you, and then we want them to watch you. Come over to Kick, start up your stream there, and all of them will, they want to siphon those viewers off of Twitch. There's a reason, and to their credit, it's really smart.
Yeah.
There's a reason that they don't sign them exclusive to Kick. It's because they literally want to leech those viewers over to their platform, and hopefully, to what they are hoping is they will start looking for streams on Kick instead of Twitch.
And also,
which the metrics say is not really happening yet, so I think they still have to kind of keep going. There are Kick viewers, but with the amount of money they're putting into it, I think everyone can kind of see it's probably not quite as much as they would like there to be. So it's an interesting. It's the first time we've seen it. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. Sorry, Zeke, go ahead.
No, that's fine. It's also like I just thought of this, and it's obvious, and I can't believe it took me this long to realize, like, this is everywhere. This story is everywhere, and this is going to be the majority of people's first time even hearing about this Kick site.
Right.
And I wonder how much like advertising budget they have, and I'm wondering, like, okay, we're gonna pay you $100 million, but half of that is for just getting our name in everybody's heads now.
Oh, there's no question this was a huge PR move.
Absolutely, yeah,
no question.
I mean,
100%.
the story broke in New York
just
Times.
as much of a that $100 million was just as much so they could say they're paying $100 million as they feel that there is value in there. Like they want to throw that money around because, more importantly, I mean, think of this deal, and then think of the perspective of the main, we'll call him the main backer of Kick, and that's a streamer named Trainwrecks. And Trainwrecks is somebody who feels vehemently and personally wronged by Twitch and a lot of the top streamers on Twitch. He is vocal all the time about his insecurities, about how much he hates these people. He basically hates them so much he convinced Stake to make this platform just so he could go and do his thing on there, and has made the entire platform the anti-Twitch. So going from that perspective, the fact that he can now say, we paid $100 million for your top streamer. Like, that's a huge amount of money. And all of those people that he feels have wronged him are going to be like, well, how much do you want for me? They're going to start, he's trying to turn the tables on them. How the turntable. So it's just as much politics and PR as it is actually getting a streamer and actually getting members on their platform, to put it bluntly.
And for those of you out there saying, like, they got endless money, sure they do, but didn't fucking Microsoft have that too?
Sure.
And we saw what happened with Mixer. Like, how long are they going to let this go if it doesn't work out?
So we had a long talk about this on my stream, and this is the interesting thing to consider. Unlike Microsoft, there is a giant shadow part of Kick that we have no information on. And that is, and this is very important for anyone that's following this stuff, that is, Kick is Stake is pouring money into Kick, and we know for a fact that is using that to advertise. How much extra money on gambling is Stake making because they're using Kick? Because here's the thing, Kick might be worth it for them. They may be making more money on new Stake users than they're spending on the 95 split, on the lack of advertising, on the infrastructure from AWS to run the site. We don't know. Nobody knows except them. So it's interesting because there's been this, and I've actually publicly stated this in the past. There's this whole, like, how is this profitable? It's unsustainable. There's all this stuff going on. There's a very good chance this is sustainable for them because it's hand in hand with a gambling website that is siphoning literally millions and millions and millions of dollars off the viewers of Kick.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's interesting to think that it could be around with these completely unsustainable deals and no ads and buying out streamers. They could be doing this for years and years and years because it may be actually making the money. We'll never know.
Yeah. And
never know.
I do think that, I don't know how long it'll be, but xQc
Or it could be making them nothing.
Well, xQc hasn't started gambling on stream yet. There's no doubt in my mind that that's going to be a thing, that he's going to go on kick.com and, start gambling. That you could do that over there. In
the conversation that we had with this, I said the same thing. I said, I wonder if they're going to turn xQc into a 2-year gambling advertisement.
Probably.
And a lot of people in chat pointed out quickly that apparently on a stream with Trainwrecks and xQc, they stated publicly that gambling is not part of his contract.
Huh.
Which was very interesting.
Yeah,
that
is.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like, I was under the same assumption, dude. I thought they were just going to use him as a poster boy for steak.
Right.
And that was why they spent that much money. But now, of course, what one says and what one does are two very different things.
Very true.
I'm just gambling for fun, on stake.com. Go check it here and use my referral code. But it's, we'll have to see what comes of that.
We will.
What comes of that.
We will.